Morning, guys. Friday morning, early. Still a little cool out, so I'm gonna wait for it to warm up, and I'm gonna get back to work on the running boards. Shouldn't take too long. I figure by 10 o'clock should be warm enough. Uh, it warms up quick. The sun is actually out. First time in a week. It scared me. I didn't know what it was. Anyway. So I'm just gonna buff on a little bit on the passenger side until it warms up a bit, and I'll come back when I'm set up outside. So yeah, let's just get to it, man. All right, so I've pretty much finished stripping this one, and a couple things. This piece here that was not welded onto the front of it, probably to attach it to the front fender. Common practice, it would rot away inside the fender or whatever. They just weld a chunk of steel on there to hold it all together. So I gotta cut that off and clean it up. I've got one split right here and it goes all the way underneath. I gotta fix that up, weld her up, and a little bit of love with a hammer and dolly. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, this corner's been knocked in, so it's got to kind of come out this way. Then I can get these ripples out of it. But before I go ahead and do all this stuff, oh yeah, one other thing. This center piece to hold on the running board brackets. I want to take this off so I can body work the metal underneath. It's all whacked out of shape, top and bottom. So I need to remove this piece so I can get a hammer and dolly on both sides and hammer it out. So there's that. And but before I go ahead and do all this stuff, I'm going to take advantage of the good weather, because it's supposed to turn into shit again tonight and rain for 4 days. So I want to get on stripping the second running board. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Okay, so taking the shit off this one fought me all the way. But here's the problem area here on this one. Got schmucked here all along, so I'm going to have to straighten that out. But the metal's in good shape. And then where I thought it was rusted, it's not. These are more fatigue cracks, so it'll be just a matter of lining everything up and welding them up. Same with this one over here. See, it's kind of lower at the bottom, so I'll have to clamp it, try and bring it flush and weld it up. And other than that, this thing is in really good shape. I'm going to strip it as far as I can. It's starting to cloud over already. They're calling for major rain, like 3 inches major. 3 inches of rain is a lot of freaking water, man. Especially, the ground is saturated already. There's going to be problems with that. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to strip it, put all my tools away, and strip it as far as I can before supper, because it's supposed to start raining right around then. So that's where I'm at. So didn't quite finish. Started feeling a few raindrops, so I don't want to get it wet and I have to go over the whole damn thing again. But you can see they're both pretty decent, man. So just a few little spots to get in on both of them, and then a little bit of welding in that. I'm going to try and keep all the dirty work outside from this point on, so you know, Mother Nature needs to play ball a little bit, and she's being hateful lately. So, but whatever, can't fight Mother Nature. Well, you can, but you're gonna lose. So anyhow, it's getting on around 7 o'clock anyhow. So the rain did hold off for me, which is all right because I forgot that it was my turn to cook supper. So yeah, I was able to get it done after supper. All good. Yeah. Hey guys, Saturday morning. It is freaking miserable out. Pouring rain, cold, windy, just all around shit. And it's supposed to be that way for till Friday. So a whole week again. It's one good day out of 14. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to get on the metal work, some welding and hammering on these running boards today, and see if I can't get them straightened away. So yeah, I'll pull out the welder and just get at it, man. So on this one, you can see how she's pretty mangled up here. You know, I banged some of it out with the hammer yesterday, but can't properly get a dolly and hammer on this thing. Like, some of it's dented up and some of it's dented down. So I got to be able to hammer on both sides, and I can't right now because it's right where the bracket is for the running board brace. So I'm going to find the try and find the spot welds on this thing, drill them out and separate that bracket, and you know, then I can hammer and dolly it. And then I just got to weld up the split here, and yeah, this one would be pretty decent. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get that bracket off of there. All right, so I got the brace out. I'm going to have to straighten it out a little bit and to get it prepared to weld back in place. Did tear up the running board a little bit, but you know, I think I might be getting a little too picky with this thing. I started looking at it a little closer. See all these little bumps here? Go all the way down. Then over here, well, these are all your factory spot welds. That whole brace right there is welded in all the way along. Same with there. And then if you go over here, you've got the same sort of bumpiness going on. So I'm going to straighten this out as best I can. Nothing crazy. Get that brace or bracket welded back in place. And then I'll be able to fill this up with weld, clean it all up, and make it as pretty as I can. And, you know, call it done. I mean, I'm not going to hammer all these things out. That's crazy. So it's factory original. That's the way it's going to stay. So yeah, I'm going to work this with the hammer a little bit, then I'll get the welder on it, and we'll finish it off. Okay, so I cleaned up the bracket and drilled through the holes. So yeah, I'm ready to weld it back together. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna let that cool off a bit, grind her up, clean up the welds, and show you what I end up with. All right, so I welded it all up. May not look magnificent, but it feels a lot better, a lot smoother. The lines are better, and it's a ton straighter. So, and while I was after I cleaned up the welds up here, I also welded up this big split that was here. It goes right underneath, so I welded that all up, cleaned up the welds. So all I've got left on this one is to clean up this not welded piece on here, and I got to hammer out the corner. I'll probably just stand it up on end on the concrete floor and just tap it out, and we'll call this one done. So not bad, you know. So I'm gonna finish cleaning this up, and then we'll get started on the next one. All I have to do in this one is weld up these stress cracks. I'll just, you know, clamp it together with vice grips, get it nice and flush, and then weld her up. So yeah, we're good to go. Okay, so I got my shape back on the corner here, just a little tweaking right there. And just get this lump out, just tap that up a little bit, that's it. But the curve is nice again. And over here, cleaned up all this crap. There was about 4 pounds of bronze in there. So I got that all off, cleaned it up, and yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Very, very little putty work. So I'm calling this one done. I'm going to move on to the second one now. Like I said, I just got to weld up those stress cracks and clean up the welds, and then pull this big ding out here. That shouldn't be too hard. I think it'll come pretty easy. I actually already pulled some of it out with just some vice grips, and came out pretty good. So I think it'll come out easily. But that's about all I'm going to have time for in this video. So in the next video, both of these will be done and ready to prime. So yeah, moving right along. So there you have it. You know, for the price of reproduction running boards, I mean, they're not cheap, man. For any old vehicle, running boards are a pricey unit. So anytime you can save a set of originals, you're saving yourself a ton of money, and you know, they're probably going to fit better as well. So, you know, I'm glad I was able to save this set. So I've got, for rainy day stuff, I've got the blocking of the front fenders, get those ready so that I can prime a bunch of stuff first nice day, which hopefully is this year. Jesus. Yeah, it's been pouring all day. What else? Oh, yeah. One of my viewers in the last video noticed how crusty those splash aprons were at the back of the running boards, and said he had a set. He was going to send them to me, and he shipped them from Calgary. So they should be here in a couple of days. Thank you very much, Ron from Calgary. That's awesome. That's going to save me a ton of work, because he sent me a picture of the two that he's shipping, and they look really nice. So that'll save me a bunch of time. So that's right on. Great. Thanks again, Ron. And what else? Oh yeah, I should check. Just bear with me. So with my bet with the kids, I now only need 5 more subscribers and I win. This will come out Sunday morning, so I've got till midnight tonight to to get those 5 subscribers. The kids have shut the hell up. They were getting pretty mouthy there a couple of days ago when I still needed 25 or so. But you guys pulled through for me again. That's awesome. So yeah, I want these kids to lose the bet and sort through 2 large buckets of rusty nuts and bolts, and sort them out and separate them, put them in different cans and label them, all that good stuff. And they are not looking forward to it, I can tell you that. And if, you know, if I don't get the 5, well, I gotta buy supper at A&W. I'll probably do that anyway. Just you know, burgers on a Monday. Why not? Perfect. I like A&W as well, so no loss. So yeah, the big thing is get their hands dirty. That's what I want to do. So yeah, that's about it for today. If you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.